What is going on, everybody? It is your favorite useless agent, Agent Useless, here with a movie review. Today I am going to be reviewing Malignant. It is an interesting movie. It is a movie from James Wan. You probably recognize him from movies like the Insidious movies. He did the Conjuring movies, the Saw movies, really good movies. So I was pretty excited to see this movie. It was hard to review. There were some really good elements, some really interesting elements, but for starters, I'm just gonna say it was bad acting. There was bad acting, but the story was interesting. The creature or killer, whatever you want to call it, was interesting and new. The way it moves was very awkward in a good way, and knowing how they did it is just very interesting to me. I'm not going to say how they achieved that, at least not in this video, because I don't want to give any spoilers away. There are a lot of cool elements that this movie did have going for it. Like, I will say the cinematography was really cool. It had some shots that you just don't see a whole lot of. Like, there's this one shot where it's showing inside of a house, and it's just an overview looking down, and the way the camera moves, it's all done in one shot, and it's really cool and interesting. The music at times was really good and flowed with the emotion of the scene. There were times where the sound and the music was just really in your face, when at least I personally felt that it would have been better just to have the subtle undertones to really drive the creepy and the raw emotion of the scene. This movie has so much potential, but the acting really holds it back. Now, the ending totally changes everything, and again, really cool, really interesting things, and I can't help but feel there was so much more potential to this movie, to this story. To give a couple examples of like the bad acting without ruining anything, there is a scene where the main character is screaming because they're terrified, but it was just one of the worst acting screams that I have seen. Then there was also a scene where there's a police officer, who did something that anybody trained in self-defense would not do. As soon as the person did it, I'm just like, why is someone who's supposed to be trained in self-defense, supposed to be hard-coded trained in life or death situations, why would they do something like this? They do a really good job, I will say, from the beginning of the movie going on to just leave a trail of breadcrumbs to final realization of everything that is going on. There are other questions that I have about choices that were made in the story that I, again, don't want to get too much into because I don't want to give things away, but I'm just throwing it out there that there are other questionable things that happen. Overall, like I said, I feel that there's a lot of potential with this story, and I want to like it so much more than I do. It's that acting is just one of the things that really holds it back. I feel like if they at least changed how they did the music in those scenes, that I felt that it could have been better, and they went the opposite direction than they should have, then that would have at least helped. But overall, it just feels like James Wan, he kind of rushed this movie. There are some of the signature feelings that he has, but it felt like it was rushed in between other bigger projects that he's working on, has been working on. it's a hard movie to review. And what I've seen from other people's reviews and talking with some other people who have seen the movie, it's a pretty agreed upon feeling overall about this movie. Let me know if there are any other movies that you would like to see me do reviews on, whether they're new or old, bad or good movies. Let me know. Also, remember, hit that subscribe button, follow me so you get notifications when more videos come up. Until next time, this is Agent Useless signing off.